Welcome everybody to What's the 411? This is the place that brings you news, observation, interpretation, and news commentary. Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to What's the 411 News. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. All right, as we are mobile right now. And so, once again, it looks like these characters or the people who are wearing the costumes, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're being told to do certain things or if they're already people who have been indoctrinated in mistreating Black children or don't like Black people in general. All right. So here we got, again, this isn't Sesame Place this time. Now it's Chuck E. Cheese joining in on ignoring Black children. All right. And this happened in, I think it's Wayne, New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. And so I'm going to show you two clips real quick, and we'll be back for some commentary. So right now we're going to roll the first clip. Let's roll that.
Thank you. It's great to be here with you to celebrate these amazing birthday stars. Now, for those of you who don't know, when you celebrate your birthday at Chuck E. Cheese's, you are the star of the show. In fact, on the
All right, that's the first clip. And as you've seen, the little girl was very, very excited to get a high five from Chuck E. Cheese, only to be ignored altogether, along with Chuck E. Cheese showing some love to some other children. All right. And so we have the another video clip we're going to show you here with the parent of this little child, breaks down some things in some detail. All right. So we're going to go ahead and roll that particular video right now.
To a little girl who is jumping for joy and just waiting for some kind of acknowledgement.
Well, apparently it's very difficult, judging from yet another case of it, this time at a Chuck E. Cheese restaurant in Wayne, New Jersey. This case similar to the recent episode at a Sesame Place park.
The family of the girl at Chuck E. Cheese says the apology they got from the manager fell short. Here's Darla Miles.
In the video, there were a bunch of Caucasian children who were there that were on stage that received the high five. My back child was the one to get ignored.
This is one of two videos of Chuck E. Cheese ignoring little Safa Muhammad, the 2-year-old invited to a birthday party at the Route 23 location in Wayne Saturday. The character gives 1, 2, 3 high fives to other kids, but leaves Safa hanging.
And when she turned around, she just was excited to see him. She saw that he was giving all the other kids high fives, and she put her hand out. It was her turn, but he put his hand in and then down and act like he didn't see her.
Safa is only 2 years old. She doesn't get it and keeps trying. The incident comes on the heels of 2 similar incidents at Sesame Place in Philadelphia. In both, little girls of color are dismissed by costume characters. In this exclusive interview with Eyewitness News, Natiana Muhammad says the experience was beyond hurtful, especially as a first-time mom.
That was actually my first time actually witnessing someone, ignore her or make her feel like she's invisible.
In a written statement, Chuck E. Cheese says it's saddened when a child has a less than perfect experience and says, "We want to thank the family who brought this to our attention and for giving the on-site manager an opportunity to apologize and address their concerns in person."
Gave the on-site manager an opportunity to apologize when she said, "I'm sorry you feel that way." Was that the apology?
The 29-year-old mother says she did complain to management, who arranged a picture with Safa and Chucky.
Her demeanor changed from she was excited, happy, jumping, high five, to when it was time to take a picture, just stood beside him.
A harsh lesson for a 2-year-old child at a place where a kid can be a kid.
I hugged her, told her that I loved her and that she never has to beg for love because she is loved by many. So, yeah.
All right. So Yeah, that's very, very, very interesting that once again this is happening to black children. And it's almost like I'm wondering if these all these people who are putting on these costumes have been all got the same memo to try to break a black child's spirit. And then it kind of pisses me off with the parents a little bit because they don't really verbally check. At least I hadn't seen on video where somebody actually just gets checked out loud. I might have seen one video where I don't know if it was supposed to be a Cinderella character was doing that. And I don't know what year it was. Could have been this year, could have been several years back. But somebody was following them at some amusement park and was telling the was asking. There was a guy that was walking with Cinderella. I guess that's supposed to be kind of a rep to some degree. I'll say security to some degree without wearing security uniform. And they was kind of checking the Cinderella girl like, yo, why come you high-fiving and shaking all the white kids' hands, but you're not doing it when my child or any other black child wants to say hello or give you a hug, but you letting the other racial kids of other races do just that. And but the thing kind of makes me upset that they don't go on and check these characters, the people in the costume wearing these the people that's wearing these costumes. They don't check that as well so they can have that on video. Ever seems like everybody acts like they're so surprised and almost like that's their first run-in with racism, even though it's with animals, but it's not the fact, or some Sesame Street character, but it's not the character per se themselves, it's who's wearing the costumes, the people inside of the character. And that's kind of alarming when people act as if like they don't know, or like they haven't experienced racism to some degree, because that's exactly what it is. You're just targeting black kids, you're trying to break their spirit. They're all excited, they're just being kids, and you trying to start it off early, getting these kids indoctrinated into breaking them. And so like the parents said, it was kind of interesting how you said, oh, it's unfortunate, and that's supposed to be like an apology, not, hey, I apologize, or I'm sorry, can we make this right with you? We'll have your child come in and then tell the person who's wearing a costume, be extra caring about or loving to this kid, instead of being nonchalant. That's kind of interesting that that's the kind of response you would get is, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. That's an interesting apology. So my thing is, if something happens in the opposite direction or in reverse, be sure you heat that same energy. All right, because eventually this stuff is going to come to a head the longer it continues on. Somebody's going to end up getting checked eventually. It's just a sad thing, man. You're going to try to do these kids this way, black children this way. But again, like I said, something's going to come to a head eventually. Either it's going to come to a physical head, or it's going to come to a major amount of money to a head. And then I bet you everybody will change their tunes then. All right, so let me know what y'all think. Put it in the comments. And I say, these parents, when you think about going to these places, a Chuck E. Cheese, a Sesame Place, or something that's similar to those, the Disney worlds and stuff like that, kind of think a couple of times before you decide to go, because now you're seeing what's been sent in the memo to these employees that's donning these costumes. All right, and you might want to not go altogether, or be prepared to start checking people if you do go. All right, let your child see that, observe you doing what you supposed to do, so they know how to conduct themselves when they're being disrespected, or as they become adults and their children get disrespected. Can't keep breeding no chumps, or as I heard the Minister Farrakhan say one time, punctified Negroes. Can't keep doing that, man. Got to stand up. Stop allowing disrespect to happen, because then it will continue. All right. Well, with that being said, I appreciate y'all as always checking us out. This is What's the 411 News. Subscribe to New Black Media by subscribing to this channel. And as always, we'll be bringing you the news. This is What's the 411 News, and I'm out of here. Peace. Welcome, everybody.